Today's daf is Masechet Sota Daf Lamed Zayin. So the Gemara, we are in the Gemara, second line from the bottom, Lamed Vav and Beis, towards the second part of the line where it says Yehuda Mai. So the Gemara wants to know. The Gemara said before that Yehuda was Mekadosh Shem Shemayim Mefarhesi in public, and Memela he was like that all the letters of his name have a Shem Hashem, whereas Yosef was Mekadosh Shem Shemayim in private. B'Seiser, so he only had the name Hey added on to his name. So, Zak the Gemara, Yehuda Maihi, where was he Mekadosh Shem Shemayim Farhesya? The Tanya learned in the Brayso, Hoyer Meir said Sham Yisrael Ayam, and they got a commandment from Moshe from Pi Hashem that they should go into the Yam. Shvatim Menatzchem Zem Zeh, they were debating amongst themselves. This one said, I'm going first in the Yam. One said, he's going first into the Yam. So it says that Kafat Shifte Shel Binyamin v'Yoral Yam Tchila. The Shevet of Binyamin jumped and went into the Yam first. Shenemar, it says in Tehillim Parak Samches Pasuk Chav Ches, Sham Binyamin Tza'ir Roidim. So Rais and Darash is Al Tikri Roidim, which is Lashon Redia or Malchus. Ella Rad Yam, that they went into the Yam first. So Yisar Yehuda, the Sar Yehuda were jealous of the Bnei Binyamin, that they went first to the Yam. And Roigling Oisam, and they were trying to stone them. Shenemar, it says on the pasuk, Sar Yehuda Rag Masam, Sar Yisrael, and Sar Naphtali. So the Gemara Lefichach, in the schar that they were mizdaras and the tzivah Hashem, Zachem Binyamin Atzadik Nasa Shpizchan Lagavura, that the Kodesh HaKadoshim was nivne in the Chilik of Binyamin. Shenemar, it says in the Dvarim Perek Lav Gimel Pasuk Yudbeis, Binyamin Omar, Yidid Hashem Yishkoin Levetach. Then it says Uvein Kesef of Shachin. The Shechina Shoyra be'emtza, in the middle of the Chilik of Binyamin. Zak the Gemara Baiter Amar Le Yehuda or Yehuda Hormei Lo Kachaya Maisa. That was not the Maisa that the Shvatim were trying to figure out who should jump in first. Ella, this was the Maisa. One said I'm going to go first in the Yam. The other one said is not going first in the Yam. So Kafatz Nachsha. So the Hanarai wasn't if they should all go in. One was saying it would go in, and one was saying it would not go in. This is Dr. Yehuda. What happened was Kafatz Nachshan ben Aminadab from the Shev of Yehuda went and he jumped into the Yam. Shenemar says a pasuk in Yeshaya Yud Beis Parak Yud Beis pasuk Aleph. Sevavuni bechachash Ephraim remember Beis Yisrael Yehuda oid rod im el im kadoshim neman. So it says all the Shefatim, they were not b'teich b'Hashem, and they did not have a moon on Hashem. They didn't want to go into the Yam. But Shevet Yehuda had b'tach on Hashem, and they went into the Yam, and they were mekadosh Shem Shemayim, that they believed in Hashem and Moshe Avdai. Va'olav mefarish b'Kabbalah, on Hashem Yehuda it says mefarish in Kabbalah and Tehillim, Parak Samach Tes Pasuk Beis and Gimel, that before the Yam split, they davened to Hashem. They said Sheyeni Kim Kivo Mayim Ad Nefesh Tavati Bivein Mitzula Ve'ein Mamad. Then it says Basi Ma'amake Mayim V'Shiboilas Shetafasni Al Tishtivoni Shiboilas Mayim Al Tevleini Mitzula. So that was their tefillah. Means they went into the Yam, they had an extra betachin and amun Hashem, they davened to Hashem, Hashem should help them. But Isa Shah Zakta Gemara, that Shevet Yehuda jumped to the Yam, Haya Moshe Marich B'Tfilah, Moshe was being Marich B'Tfilah. Zakta Gemara, Amalei Kadosh Baruch Hu told him, Yididai Toivim Bayam Ba'ata Marich B'Tfilah L'fanai. Told him, now is not the time to Marich B'Tfilah, because he's still on a time of tzara. And Makoim Sakana, you daven tefillah tzara, like it says in Brachas Daf Chav Chesed and Beis. Marsha points out. Amar Lefanav B'nai Shloim, Ma b'yadi lasi. So Moshe said to him, B'nai Shloim, what should I do? Amar Lei, so Hashem told him, Dabra b'nei Yisrael v'Yisrael. Tell the Yidden they should go and they should travel. And it says in Shmois, Paragidal, Pasuk Tezvav, B'schus their Amunah, to go travel into the Yam, I will split the Yam, and the Schus their Amunah, they're just going to go listen and travel. Zok the Gemara lefichach ben schar that he jumped first into the Yam and the Mekadosh Shemayim. Zochi Yehuda last in Mishala be Yisrael Yizaycha to be to rule over the Yidden. Shenamar, it says the Tehillim Parakuf Yudal Pasuk Beis but says Yisrael Mitzrayim, and then he says Hoisi Yehuda lekachay Yisrael Mam Shaloisav. So when Yehuda was Mekadosh Shemayim to be Moshe Yisrael, and it says in the next pasuk in Tehillim Kuf Yudal Pasuk Gimel Ayom Rav Ayonos. So the Brayse Darash says, "Matam hoisi Yehuda lekachay Yisrael mam shaloisa." Why was he zoicha to Melech Yisrael? Mishum da Yam Rav Ayonis, because the Yam saw the Shev Yehuda was Maser Nasham, and they jumped to the Mayim, and it ran away from them. The Yam. That's when it split. Zak the Gemara. The Gemara is going to go back now to the Amidas Hashvatim and the Har Grizim. Tanya learned in the Brayse and Tosefta Parakhas Halacha Zayin. Rabbi Lezmi Yaakov says, "Ef shaloimar." Levi Lamata, you can't say that Shev Levi is standing on the bottom of the mountain. Why? Shekfar Namar already says in Dvarim Perek of Zion posting in the bays that they were Lamala, they're standing on top. This is Zok the Gemara also, you can't say they're standing Lamala, like it was Mashman in Dvarim. Why? Shekfar Namar, it says in Yeshua Perek Ches Pasuk Lam Gimel that they were Lamata, Latzada Aron, under the mountains. Hakeitzat, so how do you answer the two psukim? Zok the Gemara, Ziknin hu kahuna levia lamata. The Zakena kahuna kahanam leviim were on the bottom. Vashar lamaya, the rest were on top. Rabbi Yoshia says a different chiluk. Kala roy l'sharis, whoever was capable of carrying the arn, which they were between 30 and 50 years old, lamata, they were on the bottom. Vashar lamaya, and the rest were on top. Rebbe argues on this, that it says that the Shvatim stood on the mountain of Levim lamata. Rabbi says, Rabbi Yomer, Elu ve'elu, Sai Yisrael, and Sai Levim, Amata, standing on the bottom of the mountain. Why? Because it's Mash on the Pasuk Yeshua, it says that they stood Mul Hahar, and not that they stood on the mountain. And the ones that were standing in between the mountains, Hafchu Pneim Klape HaGrizim and Pasuk Bracha, they would turn their heads towards HaGrizim and do a bracha, and then they would turn their heads to Klape HaRevil, and they would start saying a klala, a Pasuk B'klala. Zak Frekti Gemara, according to Rebbe that holds that all the Yidden were standing Lamata, on the bottom of the mountain, my Al HaGrizim. What does it mean Al HaGrizim? The they were not on the mountain, they're on the bottom of the mountain. Zak Gemara, Al means B'samach, means next to it. It doesn't mean Mamish on. Zak the Gemara, Kedetanya, like you find that Rebbe holds that the word al could also mean near and doesn't have to mean on. Learn the Brayse, it says the guy lecha upon him, Yikar Perek Chavdal Pasuk Zayim, Nesat al Amareches Lavoina Zaka. Rebbe says al means besamach. Kavanah of the Torah means to put the Lavoina next to the Amareches Lechem upon him. And how do you know that's what it means? Zak the Gemara, Ata al besamach. Maybe you say it means besamach ein el mamish. Maybe it means you mamish put the Lavoina on the Amareches mamish. When it says in Shemais Parak Mem Pasuk Gimel V'Sakoisa Al Ha'aron Esaparoiches, Savala the Kavana is not the Paroiches should be like Schach on the Aron Mamish, because the Paroiches is Mavdol and Kodesh HaKadoshim. Between Kodesh and Kodesh HaKadoshim. So it wouldn't make sense to say it should be on top of the Aron. Rather it means it was spread out next to it. Tavi Omer Al B'Samach. So too by the Levina, you could say it doesn't mean al Amareches mamish, it means near it. And so too in the pasuk Ele Yam Levarach Saham Har Grizim, it doesn't mean mamish on har mamish, rather it means samach lahar. Zak the Gemara Vayta, the Mishnah said, B'shas Bracha Havchu Levim, the Levim would turn their heads Pneim Klape Har Grizim and pasuk Bracha. Zak the Gemara brings Braysa. Tan Rabbanon, when the Yidden was standing in Har Grizim, they were bench Baruch B'chlal with a bracha, a general bracha on all the mitzvahs. When they said Baruch Asher Yakum is called Devar Torah Azois, and also they were benched Baruch B'prat on every prat of every mitzvah. They were benched with a blessing, like Baruch Asher Lo Yasa Pesel Masecha, and also they mekabel themselves Ara B'chlal, a general klala on the whole Torah, like it says in Dvarim Perek Chazayim Pasuk Chavav, Asher Yakum is Devar Torah Azois, and also they mekabel on themselves Ar Be Prat on every prat of the mitzvahs, like it says in Dvarim Perek Chavav Pasuk Tazvav, Ar Ish Asher Yasa Pesel Masecha, and so too the mekabel on themselves all the mitzvahs. Zakt the Gemara, it says in the Torah, Dvarim Perek Hey Pasuk Aleph, Shema Yisrael Sachukim Es HaMashbatim Anochi Dover Baznechem Hayoim Ulamatam Oisam Ushmartam Lasaisam. So the Brisa darshans that every mitzvah, there's 4 chalakim. Lilmoid, to learn the dinim in a mitzvah, it says Ulamatam Oisam, in this pasuk that we just brought. Ulalami to lachirim, because it says in Devarim Parakid Al pasuk Yates Ulamatam Oisam Es Benechem. So it's actually a different pasuk. Lishmar, it says Ushamartem, which is in this pasuk over here, Dvarim Hey Aleph, and it says Velasais, do the mitzvah. It says Lasaisam in this pasuk. So Zakti Gemara Harei. So we have 4 chiyuvim in every mitzvah that they're mekabel on Har Grizim. So that's Lilmoid, Lalamid, Lishmar, and Lasais. So apparently to be shomer the mitzvah, to protect it, and to do the mitzvah is 2 different things. Zakti Gemara. So kumtois, on every mitzvah they had 4 brisais for the chiyuv to learn every mitzvah, which is included in which was Baruch Klal Prat and Ar Klal Prat. Arba, and there were 4 brisais on the chiyuv to learn it to others, teach it to others. So you have Harei Shmaina, you have 8 brisais. Ushmaina, V'Shmaina, another 8, and another 8 on Lishmar and Lasais. So you have altogether 4 times 4, 16 brisais on every mitzvah. Zakti Gemara, and also V'chein B'Sinai, when the mitzvah is said in Moshe B'Sinai, V'chein B'Ar B'Smoyev, when in Ar B'Smoyev, when Moshe gave the Yidden over the Torah, like it says in the Devarim Parak Al pasuk Hey Be'evar Yad in the Be'eretz Moav Hoyel Moshe Be'eret Esatera Azois Leimar. So they were all given ba'ofen. Moshe gave it over ba'ofen of Baruch and Ara B'Chlal Prat on every chelik of every mitzvah. Zakti Gemara. And how do you know that in Sinai and Aras Moav you had all these brisais? That after Moshe was mitzav to Yeshua on the brach and the clothes of Har Grizim, it's brought over there in Devarim Chavches. It says the brach and the clothes of Aras Moav. And from Smichas you learn out that also brachas and clothes over there they were like Har Grizim, that they were also Baruch and Ur and Klal Prat. And then afterwards it's mentioned the krisis habris that they had in Sinai. Shenamar, because it says in the pasuk in Devarim Perik Chavches pasuk Samach Tes, it says Eile Divrei habris shtiva Hashem es Moshe. So besides the bris, mavad habris shkaras itam b'chayre. So you learn out that also the bris that was nichras of Sinai was like Aras Moav. Those are the brachas to close and Vayikra. And it says by Sinai. Chsiv, and it says Dvarim Perek Chavtes pasuk Ches. Ushma'at Divrei Azois Hasisa Moshe Lama Taskilu Isas Kol Asher Tasen. So Kumta Yisakti Gemara Nimtza at the 3 brisas that Yisrael had on the mitzvahs and on every mitzvah of Sheish Asher brisas is our Bam of Shemayin brisas Akol mitzvah mitzvah. It was 48 brisas on every mitzvah. Why? Because you have 3 times 16. Because it happened 3 times. Aras Moav, Sinai, and the first time by the Yarden. Zakti Gemara, Rav Shimon holds that Yeshua's Karas bris and Har Grizim only on 11 arurim that it says over there, and therefore he takes out, and therefore Moitzi Har Grizim v'Harevel that are not nechsha from the brises that were nichras with the Yidden on all the mitzvahs, Machnes, and he brings out instead of that into the Cheshbon Oil Moed Shebamidar after they set up the Mishkan. So Hashem taught Moshe all the mitzvahs again in the Torah, and he taught him over there the whole Torah and Ar and Bracha. And according to the Tanakama, the limud was a hemshech from the limud over there in Sinai. But Shimon doesn't hold like that. It wasn't considered a bris noisif on all the mitzvahs. So like the Gemara of Tanakama and Shimon, they argue pluk tahan tanoi. They argue in this machlekes the Tanya. Learned the Brayser b'Shmuel Omer Klolis never Sinai, that the Klolis every mitzvah was set to Moshe with Sinai, but the pratis of the mitzvah was set to Moshe only by the Oyel Moed. Rabbi Akiva Omer Gam Klolos pratis never Sinai. The pratim and the klolos set in Sinai, but Nishnu b'Oyel Moed, and it was taught again to Moshe Oyel Moed. When Nishtalshu, when it was taught a 3rd time to the Yidden ba'Arvis Moed. And Zakir Rabbi Akiva Vaiter, that since in these 3 places Yidden mitzvah and Kol Torah Bris Klal Bracha, Ein lecha kol dvar mitzvah sheksu b'Torah shenichso la'aba mishmar brisis. There's no mitzvah in the Torah that was not written on at 48 brisis, because it was taught 3 times, and each time it had 16 brisis. And according to the Tanakama that learned that he counted Har Grizim, but he took out the Oyel Moed, he holds like Shizur B'Shmal, that Har Sinai and Oyel Moed is all one, and therefore he considered it one. And he said that the third place was Har Grizim. Rav Shimon holds like Rabbi Kiva that the Har Sinai and Oyel Moed was 2 times, because Hashem gave Moshe the whole Torah, and therefore you don't have to say that Har Grizim was one of the 3 places. And he holds that the 3 places rather were Har Sinai, Oyel Moed, and Aras Moav, and Har Grizim was not considered at all, according to Shitas Reb Shimon. So like Reb Shimon Yehuda Ish Kfar Akai Reb Shimon Reb Shimon Yehuda Ish Kfar Akai said in the name of Shimon that since Kol Yisrael Arim Zelazeh, and if one Yid doesn't have Avera, all Yidden have a chelik in that chet, and not only that it becomes an Arav the Chavera on the Etzem Avera, also on the 48 priestess that would nichras with it, that a person's oyer b'shas avera, and therefore einacha mitzvah sheksu b'Torah shenichso la'aba mishmar brisus sheish meis alav shloish alav v'chamish meis chamishim, which is 3,550, which is the amount the Yidden that stood at Har Grizim. So in other words, each one is an arv to 48 brises of every Yid. Amar Rabbi, the Reb Shimon Yehuda Ish Kfar Akai, that said this Mishum Reb Shimon, Ein lecha kol mitzvah mitzvah b'Torah shelo lo nechzor la'aba mishmar brisus sheish meis alav shloish alav v'chamish meis chamishim nutzel chalach of Yisrael sheish meis alav shloish alav v'chamish meis chamishim on every mitzvah. Sakti Gemara from Rabbi you see that's coming to be Mosif on Shitz Reb Shimon more than Shimon Yehuda. Sakti Gemara, my benaya, what's talking the difference between them? What was Rabbi Mosif? I remember Shashia Arva, va'arva da arva. He added arvas and arevas on the arvas. It could be an arva. The Reb Shimon Yehuda holds they takim kama arv lechaver in every avera on 48 brises on nichsur on that avera, which is friend of Zoyra. But on the arvas that is friend of arva on the whole all yidden this mitzvah, it doesn't come a arv. And Rebbe holds the sheets of Reb Shimon that it becomes also a arv on the arvas of his friend. And each one has 48 brises, sheish meis alav shloish alav v'chamish chamishim, which is the arvis on the etzem averis and the brises, oyer b'shas avera, and each one each one of these countings of 603,000, each person was makabel another 603,000 and more brises, which is arvis of the next person. Tarash Yehuda Barachmani Miturgamane, and the Targum near Shimon and Lakish, Kala Parasha Kula. All the 11 arum that were said in Har Grizim, Nemra El Benoyif V'nei Efes. They get darshan on Niyif with a Shasish. And you see from that Arah Ish Shiyasa Fesal Maseicha, this is going on a CS Pesel. This is in Dvar Parachav Zayin Pasuk Tesvav. It's like the Mara Ba'ara Sagile, the Chari is a Koifa Be'ikr, and his Einish is more than just the R that it says over there. Ella is like the Gemara Zeh Baal Erva. So it's Baal Ishisish and his Hoyled Bain. And his Asalav Begahal. So and they have a kid is Asalav Begahal because he's a mamzer. So Halach Lebin Chavim of his Chavim, so the son goes to base of his Chavim over his Chavim, Arun of the Imay Sholzeh Shekach Garmle. So his parents are cursed because they were going to the kids that they should go to Avodah Zarah. Because Baal Ishasesh and he had a mamzer, so it's his fault. Zakti Gemara, the Mishnah said that they turned their heads to Klape Argizim and they started saying bracha. So the Gemara says, how do you know they started saying bracha first? Tanar Rabbanan, it says in Dvar and Parakid Al Pas Chavtes, Masad Sa Bracha L'Argizim, Sakla L'Arevol. So the Gemara, Matam and Loimar, what's it going to teach you? Imel Lamed Kipshute, that there should be a bracha on Hargizim Klal Arevol. Harikfar Nemar, it says afterwards in Pasuk Yud Beis, Ela Yamdul Baruch Zal Hargizim. Uchsev, and it also says Ela Yamdul Al Klal Arevol. So what's it coming to say that it says now in Masad Sa Bracha L'Argizim? Ela Lahakdim is coming to say they should start in one of the 11 arum bracha before klala. Before you say klala, start the bracha on Hargizim. So that's Gemara Vayter. Since we dash into Makta brachas, Yachal you call our brachas kodim is l'klas. I think every bracha comes before a klala. Taman loymar, v'sata es habracha v'loshin yachid And klala is also blushing yachid. It's coming to tell you that bracha achas kedem lo klala, that one bracha comes in for klala, but not all the brachas come in for klalas. The lahakash bracha la klala is also coming to compare them to tell you that dini brachas you learn that from dini klalas. So v'loim lecha ma klala is said b'levim because it says v'ano lavim. Af bracha is said b'levim. Ma klala is said b'kol ram because it says v'amru kol ram. Af bracha said b'kol ram, ma klala said b'lashon hakodesh, like we dashed before in line gimel v'dal, things there shava kol from Moshe. Af bracha was also said b'lashon hakodesh, and ma klala is like tomorrow we dashed in is b'chlal, said b'chlal and called her ershal yakum stirat her. So too by and also it says on the prat on every mitzvah, like it's mefurish in the 11 arurim. Af bracha b'chlal prat is said the same way. And maklala elu ve'elu, they were both standing on har grizim and har evel oinim v'oimrim amen. They would all answer amen after every klala because it says v'anu kalam amen. Af bracha elu ve'elu in oinim v'oimrim amen. Also on the bracha, they were both, whoever's standing on both sides of the mountains, they also both answered amen on every bracha.